You guys, I'm like so fucking tired every day. I'm sleeping like kind of good. I'll sleep and then I'll like sleep for a few hours and have some kind of intense dream and then I'll wake up and then I'll like, oh, there's spaceships outside. Let's go look at the spaceships for a little while. And then I go look at the spaceships and I've already told you a bunch of different kinds that I see. And so I've been kind of seeing like the same types every night. So I'll stare at the spaceships for a little while and I'll go back to bed. And I'll have like another intense dream, like that I'm men at a fucking festival that, partied too hard and is now getting sick. That was one of my dreams last night. Um, and then I'll wake up again, and then Ryan Reynolds will start chiming in and making me laugh, and then me and Ryan Reynolds will like laugh for like a good 30 minutes, and I'll be like, I gotta go back to sleep, and he'll be like, I gotta go back to sleep, and he'll be like, Alyssa, stop, please, stop making us laugh, please, Alyssa, I have to sleep. See, here's my coffee. I made an iced coffee today. Why do you guys have me on a fucking work schedule again? Like, I feel like I'm working. Like, I'm that tired. Like, I feel like I'm working like a 9 to 5 where I'm drinking like 2 coffees a day. Like, why? I'm the princess. This is abusive. This is my video game, and you're not allowed to do this. I'll keep saying it. Um, so yeah, that's like my. Oh God, I have like a little pimple, and I don't want to touch it. Sure, it'll go away because of all of my organic juice inside of me. Um, what else? And then I'll wake up, and then I woke up early today, and I have like a ton of energy, and then I go for like a long walk with my friend Fresh, with my dog Fresh. And then come back and like eat, and then I took a nap, and then I got downloads during my nap, and I think something that I was saying or whatever during my nap or something freaked out my dad because he came outside and like looked around all crazily. And I'm like, what was I saying, Dad? But during the nap, I got these downloads that Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield, like the more they talk, they said the more they talk. So do they mean the more Florence talks, or do you mean the more I talk? Because I'm like, is it the more that I talk or the more that Florence talks? Either one, like the more either I talk or the more Florence talks, like the more they realize that they're holograms and that they actually never even existed, they're not even solid. Like Florence and Andrew are actually just projected holograms of people. They're actually not, I don't know, it's like kind of like a new discovery for me. Like that didn't happen last time. So um it's like a new discovery for me or whatever. I don't That didn't happen last time where people started like they're starting to like glitch, and like I've seen that actually when I've been watching like some people's interviews and stuff, like they'll glitch and like they'll go like in and out of the frame, like they'll disappear and come back in. So I have seen that, but I haven't seen that with Florence and Andrew particularly, but that's what I heard in the meditation or whatever, that they're starting to like become like complete holograms and like not people at all. And so like they never even existed. These like Florence and Andrew particularly, like they literally never existed. Like I guess because we're calling like the non-existence like people kind of from hell, and it's like they have to like fill in um with their hell parts, with their shadow. They have to own their shadow to exist, and that's why they get trapped in 3D doing donuts or whatever, because they can't like they can't own their shadow, which is what they mainly are, mostly are, because they're from hell, and so they feel trapped here, and so like that's something different. And that's what we were calling non-existence, but like Florence and Andrew are something completely different. They're like actually just literally holograms, like projections of people. And like the more either she talks or the more I talk, the more they start like flickering in and out. And I've seen it happen with a few other people too in my life. Um, but I'm just saying Florence and Andrew for now because they're literally like fake Alyssa and Hayden. Like they're, I mean, don't they? Like Florence literally has played me in like every single role she's played, and it's like she plays me to a T. It's not like a sister role or a wife role or like my sisters and my wives. Like she actually like plays my like actual life in all of her films, and so it kind of makes sense that she would be like a hologram of me. Oh my god, I keep hitting my fucking trash can because I'm kind of tired and I do klutzy things like that when I'm tired. I'm gonna move it so I don't hit it anymore. Um, and then Andrew is like, obviously he looks like Hayden. He looks a lot like Hayden, but he's like a fake Hayden, and you know, organic goo, get rid of that shit. Um, of course, I don't have any pimple cream. Okay, so I don't want pimple cream. I want vapes. I've already said that a million times. You guys should be buying my vapes. And then like also want to say like solid structures are like starting to be holograms and like flickering in and out. Like solid like corporate structures are like flickering in and out. And it's like the more they talk, the more that flickers in and out. Like the more 3D culture starts flickering in and out. And so it's like every like breath that they like fight for, that they fight against the queen, it actually like accelerates their growth into they're saying Satanism and the culture of realism. Um, what? I don't even know what the fuck I just said, but okay, I'm channeling. I guess it means something. It's gonna mean something, but um, yeah. So like the corporate structures like flicker in and out, and the corporate people start flickering in and out, and like all of the rites of passage start making sense, and it's they're bifurcating, and they're like they said earlier today, they're like don't post for mom anymore, post where you're from. And it's like the fact that you're even saying that means you should have an emergency broadcast right now, and you should post Alyssa needs to be put in her castle right now. The fact that you're actually like saying, oh, we're not posting for mom anymore, that is like a legal argument against yourself. Like you should need to be listening to the queen, and listening to the queen would be like posting an emergency broadcast like, hey, she deserves her fucking castle right now. Hey, she deserves her court right now. Hey, she deserves her vapes right now. Hey, she's allowed to take whatever she wants from whatever store she wants because the whole fucking thing is her video game. Let's F around and find out. And I already told you at the beginning of the year, I'm tired of the game F around and find out. So that is illegal. So that's why them going against themselves is literally like making them like flicker in and out and like not even be like a solid projection anymore. They're literally gonna disappear. They're not even gonna dissipate, like dissolve into light with like how they did with Solara. They're just gonna like literally be like a holographic image, start being like a holographic image, and then all of a sudden like poof, they're not going to be there anymore if they keep going against themselves. So it's sort of like a different way. And it's obviously, I think it's got to be from a different mom because it's not the way Solara taught me, unless, I don't know. So that was like the big download for today. Um, this is really getting my nerves. I see like a bunch of pill-shaped UFOs. I keep seeing pill-shaped UFOs. I think people usually call them Tic Tacs. I don't really give a fuck what the fuck you call them. I call them pills. Okay, it's a pill-shaped UFO. Again, my video game. I saw Brandon today. I haven't seen him in a few days. It made me cry because I haven't seen him in a few days. I was laying in my bed. I looked at my light sconce, and he's in the fixture. He was in the fixture. He's not anymore, but he was up there, and it did make me cry. And that does usually indicate that the space codes are starting to be uploaded. I heard someone say this afternoon that it's going to start this afternoon. So, and I'm tired AF, so like I'm ready to go. I'm going to take another walk in a minute, but I am so tired. I'm exhausted. Tasty cake in the trash. But yeah, I'm so tired. Yeah, so if you're a fake hologram, you can say goodbye to me now. Goodbye. Thanks for playing my roles in movies and not giving me any credit whatsoever. What else? Oh, there's 3-1, 4-1, and 5-1, which people are, that's exactly what people are saying. Like, start posting about where you're from instead of posting for mom. Did I give that command? No, I didn't give that command. You're giving that command to yourself. Therefore, that is illegal and that is treason. Okay, so 3-1, 4-1, and 5-1 is for the people that are like, 3-1, 4-1. Oh my God. Aaron says when I clear my throat a lot, it means you guys are going to puke. Okay, fine. 3-1, 4-1, and 5-1 are for, so there's like a lot of people that were like, well, I don't like the rules of the new game where I just have to listen to Alyssa and what she says goes. I like it better before where I had free will. And if I wanted to think about her in a naughty manner, even if I wasn't in her inner court, I would still be allowed to do that because they're still thinking like that. And there's other people that are thinking like, well, like I don't like the rules of the new game, like, and have like different reasons for not liking the rules of the new game where it's just like you have to listen to the fucking queen, whatever. I had free will before. I had free will. If I wanted to work this job for 5 years, I could work this job for 5 years. Now I have to listen to the queen. First of all, I don't care about the normal people, and it's a bifurcation process. So you're going to end up in your own special trap of your own making anyway, because you're leading yourself to your own special trap. That's how it works. Tebecca. Okay? Tebessa. Tebessina. Tebessania. Timothea Mia. Jasmina. Kanamina. Whatever the F your name is. Like, who am I talking to? Like, I don't know how else to explain this. You are like the planet isn't even this big in my hand. when I'm my actual size, the planet's not even this big. It's a grain of sand. I don't. Okay, I'm going to use this pearl as an example because this is pretty close to it, right? So here's a pearl earring. This is the entire planet. And this might be the entire galaxy. I don't really know, but it's all relative, and it can be the entire galaxy and it can be the entire universe. Okay, but it's definitely planet Earth. So this is how big the planet is, not you, little Tabitha McKinney from whatever, Bumblefuck, Virginia. Okay, that's not even how big you are. This is how big planet Earth is. Okay, and this is you telling me, and this is my size, this is your size, this is you telling me that you don't like the rules, the new rules of the game. How much do I care? That's how smart earthlings are. It's insane to me. It is literal insanity. Should I put some blush on? Do you guys want me to wear makeup for you? Do you want me to look pretty and sexy for you? Since you don't like the rules of the new game? Guess what? These have always been the rules. Humanity's not that dumb. Oh, really? Because these are things that I hear that humanity actually says. And look where I live. I don't think you should argue with me anymore. Period. Tabitha McKinney from Starfleet 8. So, okay, so this is the bifurcation process. Another word that my brother came up with. And so there's 3141 and 51. There's also 3040 and 50. And that's when you don't embody it and you do everything in spirit and you start doing donuts and you end up as a ghost. And that's when you hate yourself and you feel like nothing's there and you feel like you're an abandoned seed colony and that God doesn't love you. And that's me, by the way. I'm God. I don't want you to think it's a man in the sky with a beard. It is me. And all that jazz. Okay. So to get out of 304050, you have to start embodying it. You have to start embodying your own layer of hell. Okay, whatever layer of hell you led yourself to. So 3141 and 51 is where you embody the three different places that you're from. So 31 would be Lemuria, 41 would be Atlantis, and 51 would be ancient Egypt. And ancient Egypt is something that you just have to do once and push out, because 51 is it's a part of 5D, so it's a part of my reality, which is heaven on earth. And so it's just like a bridge to watching holograms disappear and watching holograms turn into the right holograms. Okay, so that's what 5-1 is. And then 5-1, if you do it correctly, it'll turn into 5-2. So 5-1 is for people that can't get over the fact that I'm not going to marry my father. I'll just say it. 5-1 is for people that think that there's only one significant other. Okay, so if you think there's only one significant other, you get locked into 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. Okay, so there's two significant others. There is a platonic and there is a romantic. And I have talked about the platonic one since I started talking in 2017. Ever since I started talking about how my freaking abductions and how my abductions have always been platonic. Okay, So I've been talking about 5'2" since I was a kid, since I was born. So you that want to exist in 5'1" and and you believe that like you're in charge again. I showed you how big you are, okay? You're tiny. You're teeny, teeny, tiny. You're this big. You're this big. Okay, you're not in charge. You're not in charge. So 5'2" is for the right people that knows there's two so-sos. There's a so-so. Okay? It's for people like me and Alex that are a little bit smarter than people like me and Bashar. Okay? It's so-so. There's two so-sos, one platonic, one romantic. And I've said that since I was a freaking child. So, that's how you move on from 3-1 to 3-2 and 4-1 to 4-2 and 5-1 to 5-2. All right. I think that's pretty freaking clear. Yeah, you're not in charge of who I marry. I didn't know if you knew that or not. I'm in charge because I'm God. And that's why Chris Evans should be at my house right now. And all the rest of my husbands should be at my freaking house. So I just keep waiting for the space codes to kind of like kick. I mean, they're like kicking in. Like I said, I saw like my husband, you know, I saw my husband, and that's the one I'm gonna marry. Okay, that's the one I'm already married to, and I've already described it to you. Another thing that you guys said was like that Brandon was like just a doll, and he went along with it too. He's like, well, I'm just her favorite doll. And that was also a lie. He's obviously not a doll. Okay, you stupid get over the body people who keep lying to me to try to get away with shit. He's the one that pulled me out and showed me the size of us and showed me how big the tiny little ant colony is. All right, that's who I'm married to. I'm married to myself, and we are very big energy people. And I can call him whatever I want. I don't gotta over explain it to you any freaking more. But I ain't marrying some earth mortal. So, what else did I want to say? So, people are already dissolving into light. I just said that's not what's happening, that they're turning into holograms, and they're now starting to show exactly how they're not even here. They're like literally nothing. That's not what happened last time. Last time they were dissolving into light. Now they're flickering in and out of 3D reality into nothingness. And they said it has to do with them experiencing the gates of Amenti. Again, it's like they experiencing the gates of Amenti, like, because I'm experiencing it, like I'm going up and down and back and forth in the timeline, but like, so are the holograms experiencing it, and then they're like, oh, I'm not even real. Like maybe that's what's happening. Anyway, we'll find out. Yeah, if you're from 5-2, then you're set. You don't have to experience 5-1, right? You only have to experience 5-1. I've already explained why you have to. If you turned away from me, then you have to experience 5-1. Or if you think that there's only one so-so, right? You only think that there's one significant other. You think there's only one significant other, and that you're allowed to hit on me no matter who you are because there's only one significant other. That's how you get trapped into 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. You're not allowed to hit on me. You're not allowed to be mean to me. those are both from the one 314151. Okay, you cannot be mean to me, and you cannot hit on me. The only people that can hit on me are my husbands and wives, and the only person that's ever been allowed to be mean to me is Rion, because we fight and he knows who he is, and he even can't, he knows he can't get away with it. So obviously he can't get away with it, because then it becomes the Fibonacci sequence, and then I unveil more of the outer realms and the outer realms and the outer realms every time he gets a little ornery, because he's not allowed to do that. And eventually he becomes Link. So good for you, Ryan. Good for you. Good for you, buddy. You eventually learn your lesson. What else besides this stupid pimple? Delete, 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 delete. Oh, I was hanging out with River Phoenix last night, and he was showing me like a new way to code the game, and it had to do with like 2.5 pixels, and it was sort of like deleting, like, I think the way it got it was like it was deleting like 2.5 pixels of his mouth, and like that way, like instead of him saying like the stupid stuff that he was saying from his mouth that had nothing to do with anything, like so many people are doing now. They're only talking from the top, and nobody's embodying it except Max Spears, which every time I turn on a Max Spears video, even though it's like 15 years old, it's like we're having like a one-on-one conversation, and he's saying it out loud with his mouth, whatever I'm talking about, to whoever. And River was showing me like how to like delete the talking from the top and like making it come down into their mouth basically. And he was also like um, an indie band making like cool music that I like, but like I don't know who he is. So it's like a new band that like we don't know about yet. I've been hearing ghosts in my attic. I've had a few dreams in my attic as well. Um, there's been like ghosts running around in my attic, and I've also had dreams in my attic. Like I'll wake up like 3 in the morning and I'll hear like literally people like running around upstairs in my attic, and I'm like, what the fuck's happening? Um, yep, I did the 314151. Florence was saying from the top, she was saying, "Oh yeah, we eat our own energy. Oh my God, we're so bad." Um, so she is actually talking like a real person, but it's making her turn into a hologram because she must not be a real person. It's called not embodying it, and it's called stealing mom's lines from the top. Like, what else? I'm so sleepy. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. That's it.